Oh boy, welcome into the Eric Zane Show Pod. Daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures each and every day of the work week. Yeah, wow, I actually slept. That was fantastic. To just like, okay, the day's ending. Other than the news of the obliteration of the brakes on my truck, no real issues. And that's great. Let me remind you, this show happens in the Baldwin Ace Hardware Fear Bunker Studio. Baldwin Ace Hardware, a beacon of DIY awesomeness in the Northland of the great state of Michigan, where there's not an excessive heat warning. A high today, like 87, little humid. Yeah, it'll be a little warm. Not like some of you other scumbags with your greenhouse gases slowly just cooking you. Sorry you live in an a-hole southern state. This is payback. You're the ones to go quicker in the global warming heat scheme. It's punishment for the Civil War. That's what this is. Okay? It works out. It's karma. All of you sick, disgusting racists in the South, well, maybe you're not. Well, you're paying for the sins of your forefathers. That's what I'm sticking to. It's ridiculous. I know. So, is there anyone that actually believes that what's happening with the heat being more intense, starting earlier in the year, lasting longer in the year, is like just a normal weather trend? Do you actually believe that? Because every time I try to tell myself that, oh, no, science is wrong. I know better. This is all just a scam perpetuated by the mainstream media. That's all this is. I feel whenever I try to think like that, like an ignorant slut. I can actually feel like, I'm just, any intelligence that I may have and wisdom that I may have gained over the years is slowly seeping out of me whenever I start to think like a fucking moron who believes that. It's just my opinion. And then I finally come to grips with it. This is all in a period of seconds in my brain that, this is absolutely what it is. It's the ever-increasing number of greenhouse gases that is amplifying the temperature and the radiation that is being just that is blitzing the planet, and thus we're at a rapid pace getting hotter. And now it's like, oh, God, it's so much hotter for so much longer. It's easier for the shit to burst into flames. Europe is burning. Oh, my God. That's fucking scary. But I mean, unless we suddenly decide that the way of the land is we are no longer allowed to use fossil fuels, then I don't see us pulling out of this ever. That this is ultimately going to be the thing that claims the planet. We'll end up moving further north into the regions of the planet like, Yukon Territory. If you ever played Risk, you'll see that spot on the board. Yukon Territory. What the fuck is that? Well, that's where we're all going to live. Because it's going to be so GD odd. We're going to fuck this shit, man. The upper peninsula of Michigan is just too fucking tropic. Lake Superior, average temperature like 95. Aram suggests the planet will recover when humans are gone. You're right. You're absolutely right. So basically what I'm getting at here is it's slowly rebelling on us. The planet's like, all right, I'm waving the white flag. All you fuckers are dead, and that's the end of it. So the only thing that we can hope for is that, a mass we have to hope and pray for a mass casualty event, which wipes out a solid 1.5 billion. And then when that happens, that's less people polluting the planet, and then it'll start to okay, fine, we can turn it around. Amanda says, like COVID? Well, yeah, that's not enough, though. We need something bigger to save the planet. So this is kind of like, I don't know, end of times. This is something that the biblical scholars look into the camera like, what's the guy's name? Pat Robertson? It's the end of times. It's the end of times. He's been saying that forever. Aram looking at it on a very deep way, in a very deep way. We are a virus infecting the planet. Yeah, I cannot disagree with any of that. Kenny says the planet will be fine. Now, are you suggesting that the planet will be fine if we don't change? I mean, I don't know, man. It seems to be getting hotter. Kenny is the one. He's the one dummy who believes that it's just summer. It gets hot every year. It's called summer. I don't think that what that you're saying is true. I think that though it does, I think it's hotter than ever now. I think statistics and data have shown many, many times that it's getting hotter for longer. And that's not good. All right. Brandis says we gotta disagree here. We are destroying our home. I agree with you. And I did some stalking on you. I know that you're a tree hugger. I mean like a literal tree hugger. On your Facebook page, you're actually hugging a tree, a big giant sequoia tree, which it was a fantastic picture, by the way. Very, very charming. I like to see that. I don't want to see trees die, for fuck's sake. We lose trees. We don't fucking have a life. All right. That's a little soapbox action for you. I appreciate that you're all here in the Baldwin Ace Hardware Fear Bunker studio. Ram says Brandis is Eric's favorite listener. Well, it might seem that I am favorable to her. And I think I pronounce it Brandis, right? Or is it just a fancy way of calling you Brandy? I don't know. I don't have a favorite listener, frankly. Contrary to, I do have listeners that I despise the most. But when it comes to listeners that are favorites and not favorites, if you are a favorite, then yes. I mean, you're all part of the same group. You're all my favorite listeners. And then I have a list. I actually wrote down a list of least favorite listeners. I mean, I'm looking at it right here. And they all are listeners, so I appreciate them for that. But I actually do have... Did you ever see the show Game of Thrones? When Arya Stark would go over the list of people that she's going to kill? And though now on this list, I only actually want to kill half of those people. Not all of them like Arya. But I do have a list. I'm looking right at it. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 names on the list. Oh, I'm a petty motherfucker. I keep receipts. Oh, yes, I do. Absolutely. But anyway, I completely digress. Enough fucking around. Dear Meathead, in 46 minutes, my beloved 88-year-old father, and I'm just happy to be able to talk to him. If you have a question for Dad on Dear Meathead, reach out, Eric at ericzaneshow.com. The question, what kind of psycho makes a list? I'll explain that. It's not psychotic in any way. The list is there so that when the people on that list finally want to stop being dramatic, I will know then that, oh, you were on the list. I'm now crossing you off the list. I'm welcoming you back in when your internal struggle has passed and you feel better to come on in and have the fun. It's very simple. It's not the what you think it is. It's not like I'm going to go and kill people, for God's sake. Anyway. Like this. Brandis writes, I don't think I'm a favorite. I'm just not a middle schooler. Exactly. You are not a child. That's why you are appreciated so much. As all of you are. Thank you for being here. Send in your questions for Dad on the Shoreliner Striping inbox. Shoreliner Striping. Get your parking lot striped so it doesn't look like shit by reaching out to my friends at Shoreliner Striping online at shorelinerstriping.com. If you have a question for Dad, Eric at ericzaneshow.com. I have to finish this coffee or we don't have a show today. Okay? So you just sit tight. Please, please, please. Anyone in the list listening right now, says Cole. I don't know. Hold on, I can tell you. Let me cross-reference the list of people on and my list. Off the top of my head, from what I see, 2. All right. Welcome to you. Glad you're here. All right. ADHD. Focus. Queen of the Forest comes home yesterday. I don't feel so well. Think it's something, I don't know. How have you been feeling today? I go, fine. I haven't. I think maybe it's something we ate. And I go, I don't know. I ate the same thing as you. We shared the steak. I had the Brussels sprouts at the steakhouse. I had the scallops. I had the soup. No, I feel good. In fact, I ate more of the steak today, leftovers. Our $130 steak, which I'm trying to stretch out the amount of meals I get from the leftover steak to defer the cost. I'm that idiotic. Well, if I eat the leftovers in meal fashion for this many meals, that is going to spread out the cost of that a little bit more of an acceptable price tag for such a ridiculous steak. So what you do is you take the steak and you cut it into small strips. And then you put butter in a pan on just under medium heat. And then some seasoning. And then you throw the steak onto there. And then you make sure you don't it's already like medium. So you don't want to overcook it. You just want to kind of heat it up. And then put the shittiest cheese known to man. It's not even cheese. It's the stuff in the little cellophane cheese food, the orange shit. You put that on top of it. So it's all these little bits of meat with, now the cheese does two things. It adds to the street vendor food flavor to it, and it holds the food together. You then take your bun and you put it in the toaster and you brown it a little bit. Get it out of there. And then you put mayonnaise on it. And then you take a spatula and take the whole thing of meat like a hamburger and you put it on top of the mayonnaise. You have kind of like a Philly cheesesteak minus the onions with a $130 steak. So it's a rather expensive cheesesteak you're getting right. I think I'm going to have another one today. She's like, oh, okay, I just don't feel good. I go, COVID test. And she's like, what? I go, she's like, maybe. I go, I don't, I mean, we've got like a dozen of these tests. The government sent us all of these tests. They sent us masks and tests. And, it's coming back. COVID is on the way back, and I am pumped. I am pumped for this. Some of the best days of podcasting were had with me yelling at you for not putting on your mask. So I am really, really excited about lecturing you people about how right I am and how wrong you are about COVID. And in 3 months, I plan on doing full mask lecture shows and vaccination encouragement shows. Like no comedy, no jokes, no over-the-top reactions, just all me blistering you on how you need to wear your mask for 2 straight hours. Those will be the shows. I'm planning them right now. And that's how it's going to be. It's going to be all COVID, and I am fired up about this. So I was excited by the prospect of Diana possibly having COVID. So I went and I got my Joe Biden test. I put on my little surgical gloves because it says wash hands, put on gloves, and I have those. And took the little thing and swabbed her nose, but it's negative. She doesn't have it. My heart was broken. I don't know what the fuck her problem was. She went and laid down. She's fine. She is with us today. She had 2 jobs yesterday. She did school stuff, and then she did YMCA stuff. She works in the kids zone. Today, nothing. Pool day. We have 3 eligible women coming to the house. Our favorite divorcee friend, Sherry, who is my wife backup, is going to be here, and her lovely daughters. Plus Diana in the pool. Diana said, you must clean the pool, and I got it done. I actually accomplished something in the household. Now, to be 100% honest with you, that pool, since we opened it in May, hasn't been 100% clean since we opened it. And that is because I just kept putting it off. It turns green, I pour chemicals in it. It turns green, I pour more chemicals in it. And that's all I've been doing. And so then all the algae dies and it settles at the bottom of the pool. Dead algae. And it's just the fucking worst. No one swims in the thing. Yesterday, I cleaned that fucker. It is done. Dear Meathead, in 37 minutes. Eric at ericzaneshow.com. As of the start of this show, I believe that I had 2 questions. Now 3 and 4. Stevie sent one. Tree Hugger Brandis sent one. All right. Keep them coming. Eric at ericzaneshow.com on the Shoreliner Striping inbox. So the other day, I have not mentioned this, and there was a reason why I didn't mention it, and I will reveal why. I was driving on the interstate on the way back from Muskegon, from the Whalen concert. And as I started my journey, it seemed like my foot on the brake had to go a little bit further than what I was used to in the past. Like I had to step on the brake more. I'm like, I wonder if my brakes are failing me. So I was being very, very careful. I tend to put a lot of distance between me and the car in front of me to begin with. Now, no one likes that, which I've never understood. I'm going the same speed as the car ahead of me, but I have half a football field between us. I mean, like legit, I usually keep about 50 yards, sometimes more. I travel at the same speed, but I don't get up close, which is the right way to drive. Because if that person has a deer run out in front of them, they step on the brakes, I'm going to hit them if I'm too close. That's why people roar past me and fill in that gap. It's like, dick, you're just slowing me down. You're not going, unless you pass everybody in the left lane, you're not going any faster, you asshole. Then I have to drop back further. Thank God I did that. Because then as I'm traveling along, my foot goes all the way to the floor. The big bright red light, brake, go. And then it says there's this old school 2003 message, digital display, lights up like fucking war games. Brakes need service, and an alarm in the car, the 03 embellisher starts going off. The Silverado, the 1500 Silverado. Bing, 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 bing. I'm like, fuck, my brakes are out. My foot is on the floor, and there's no slowing down. Immediately drop it into 3 on the tree. That slows me down, and I'm like, I'm safe. There's no one in front of me because I'm a wonderful driver. And I exit. Now I am off of the interstate. And I'm like, fuck me. I limp home, just kind of like as I approach stop signs and traffic lights, I go down to 3 and then the 2 and then the 1, and it actually has some degree of braking power remaining to stop the rolling of the vehicle somehow. If I was at 50 or 60, it wouldn't do anything, but if I'm creeping along at 5 miles an hour and I step on the brake, it actually does stop the car, the truck. Okay, great. I get home. I go, well, maybe I'm just a little low on the brake fluid. You know, no biggie. Just need a little filler up. I open up that little reservoir that's attached to the master cylinder. By the way, you're probably like, oh, fuck, he knows what a master cylinder is. Fuck, yes, I do. And I open that thing up, and the thing's empty. I go, fuck. Well, that's what the problem is. No big deal. No big deal. So then I fill up the reservoir. Get back in the truck, start it up. Alarm's still going off. I start pumping the brakes, and the alarm goes off. I go, yeah, it was just a little low on fluid. No big deal. And now the fluid is just kind of like pumping through the lines, so we're good. And then I pump it one more time, and the alarm goes off again. Like, okay. I go back there, the reservoir, empty. I go, oh, well, it's because it was so low. This is me doing my automotive technical shit. Oh, it was so low, and it took a big drink of the brake fluid, and now it wants more. So I fill it up. Same thing. Alarm goes off. Alarm goes on. I'm like, shit. At this point, I get out of the truck, and I step out, and there's now a puddle accumulating on the floor of my garage. I'm like, uh-oh. And then I shine some light, and there's brake fluid has poured out from somewhere. on the back end of the truck, all over on the inside of the tire, both sides. So then I'm like, oh, boy, okay, that's it. Let's go to bed. Sunday, I called the tow truck. I actually considered limping it down the road and taking it to Irvine's. I was like, well, no, you stupid fuck. That would defeat any type of brain power that you have in your driving leading up to this moment for you to suddenly knowingly jump in a vehicle that has no brakes and try to get it to Irvine's. I said, and then it was like that whole dynamic in my brain where it was like, hey, asshole. What? You can make it. Just get in that car and drive to Irvine's. No, leave me alone. I know the right decision to make. This is the right decision to make. It's going to cost you like $150. No, I know what I need to do. You're such an asshole. It's already bad enough that all those fuckers quit you on Patreon. Now you've got another $150 to pay, you dumb bitch. Drive the car to Irvine's. Fuck you. I didn't. Called the tow truck. Dude picks it up. I post a video of the truck leaving, and then it dawns on me, I shouldn't have done that. And then, reason why I was convinced I shouldn't have done that was because if I have to conduct an investigation into who cut my brake lines, okay. In my brain, my conspiracy theory brain, I batted around the idea that one of you hurt, gentle souls were so hurt that you cut my brake lines. Okay, one of you people on that list cut my brake lines. So then I'm like, oh no, I shouldn't have said anything because I shouldn't have shown that the truck was being towed away, because if one of those fuckers cut my brake lines, they're not going to be able to help themselves, and they're going to bring it up. And if I say nothing to anyone about it, that will be indicative that they're in on it. So I'm like, oh, fuck, I fucked up in my own investigation. Shit. But then I said nothing more. And then I said to Bruce, I go, hey, buddy, let me know if those things have been cut. And he goes, no, they weren't. They're just old. They just rotted. They fell apart. So I go, okay, fine. So he's fixing it right now. So good news. No one tried to kill me. That made me feel good. I'm happy about that. And I don't even feel stupid that I thought that. In addition, so I reach out to Bruce and I go, hey, buddy, so how much is it going to cost me? $100? Okay, here's the thing. I did not know this. This is remarkable. When the brake fluid leaks out and gets all over like the drum and the pads, you have to replace all that shit. Like, you need a whole new set of rear brakes. I'm like, well, why? Why don't you just fucking put new shit on there? They go, well, because the fluid got all over the brakes. I go, well, wipe it off. What the fuck is right? He goes, no, it doesn't work that way. The way that material is, it kind of gets absorbed into the actual alloy, and it will hinder your stopping. It's a safety issue. You need new brakes now. I go, well, that's fucked. So, all right. The whole deal is it's a cool $1,500 to repair this shit. I go, all right, do it. Diana says, why don't you just get a new vehicle? I go, that's not going to happen. Why? I go, I know the truck is 20 years old, but I like it. And besides, a truck like that, has more value than like a car that is that old. So it's cool. getting fixed right now, and it can't come soon enough because I hate not having a car. I've been home for like 2 straight days, just sitting around here picking my ass. For fuck's sake. Tyler writes, you're eligible for a vehicle upgrade. Yeah, that's a big deal. The old Chevy is rusting out from under ya, says Jason Mays from JM Synthetics. Yes. But anyway. It's okay, though. I like the truck. I'm going to keep it for a little while longer. Maureen suggests she can give me her GM discount. I appreciate that. It's going to be okay. It's all right. I'll get the truck back good as new. Okay, losing fitness, gaining weight, that all hurts a person mentally. Honest to God, that can affect your relationships. It's time to turn this thing around. I want to help you feel better. And all you have to do is decide that you want to try. I want you to try this as you're trying to turn things around. It's the FitBod app. This thing is amazing. You don't need a ton of weights to do this. You can do it in your home with no weights. You can do it in the middle of nowhere like I do at Fear Bunker North. You can do it at the gym. The workouts are tailored to what you have to work with. And my gosh, they work everything. Muscles, cardiovascular system, you name it. It's time to turn it around, and I want you to do it by using the FitBod app. One of the important things about FitBod is the algorithm changes, which, those are words that's kind of like above my pay grade, but it senses and knows when you're improving as you work out and updates your fitness plan as you go so that you're not like stagnating and things like that and plateauing. FitBod has figured it out, and all you have to do for less than the cost of one session with a personal trainer, you can get a full year of personalized workouts with FitBod. It integrates with your Apple Watch, Wear OS smartwatch, and apps like Apple Health, Fitbit, and Strava. Man, this is incredible. You can crush your summer fitness goals with personalized workouts from FitBod that improve as you do. Get 25% off your subscription or try out the app for free when you sign up now at fitbod.me/Zane. It's got to be fitbod.me/Zane. Try it out and see for yourself. 25% off your subscription or try it free at fitbod.me/Zane. FitBod. Well, now, thank you so much if you're watching the show on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and, of course, Twitch. Download the audio podcast wherever you download podcasts. And for you folks on the almighty Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, I am going to send you on your way if you want the rest of this show, because it's going to go for another hour and 25 minutes, roughly. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less. It is on Twitch, twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. That's where most of these people get the show. I did a seminar yesterday about the podcast with Ed Ryan. He goes, how come you don't do it? I mean, how come you do it that way? I go, well, Twitch is better. There's no threat of getting cut off because of something I say or do on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. Saying goodbye to those folks on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube now. Facebook and Twitch brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. Thank you very much. Twitter brought to you by Blue Frost IT, the managed IT service provider for the show. YouTube brought to you by Frank Fuss, My Policy Shop Insurance. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I cannot wait to get into this story. A guy goes on a date with some chick First date. And she doesn't like the way the date goes. It officially is a bad date. And the chick sues the guy for $10,000. I'm not entirely sure what's going on here. She filed the suit. Kashante Short spells it Qashontae. Kashante Short. In the This Is a Black Person's Name department. She filed this suit back in 2020, and in it, she said Richard Jordan deliberately and intentionally hurt her when he did not show and left on her mother's birthday, and her mom had just passed away. I don't even know what that means. The quote says he did not show and left on her mother's birthday, and her mom had just passed away. So this woman is saying he didn't show, and then he left. Well, how can he leave if he didn't show? And who gives a shit that it's your mom's birthday? It's not like he knew that. And who gives a fuck on the timing? So basically what happened was the mom had passed away recently, and then the birthday hit for the deceased mom, and then a bad date happened. She didn't like that it was a bad date, this dumb bitch. So she sued the guy for $10,000. She files it in district court out of Flint, Michigan. Right away, it's a problem because something like this should have been filed in the circuit court. And the judge, explains that to this stupid woman who is doing a Zoom interaction with him for us all, and we can see this, and we're going to. A Zoom interaction with the judge, and the guy, Richard Jordan, is there listening too, who pumps his fist when the judge says, this shouldn't even be in my courtroom. It should be in a circuit court. He's like, thank God. Be careful what you wish for. You're going to have to do this all over again, Richard Jordan. But the woman, Kashante Short, is in a fucking airport airing all of this shit. This is absolutely spectacular. We're going to watch all of this, unless it gets boring, right now.
I'm looking here.
Sorry.
What is it? Intentional infliction of emotional distress?
Yes.
Is that the claim?
Yes, okay. It
is. That's not something that's really justiciable in district court.
I'm sorry. I can't hear you.
I said That's not something that's justiciable in district court.
He's making a mistake by using the word justiciable. She doesn't. You see, judges sometimes use $10 words. They need. That's not for our court, bitch. That's what he should say.
It has to be brought in circuit court.
So you said it's not permissible in district court. It has to be taken to circuit court?
That's an equitable action, yes. Mm-hmm. Mr. Jordan, let me just ask you this. Are you planning to represent yourself on this?
To be honest with you, sir, I thought this was just going to be thrown out. We had a date. One date and nothing else after that. And now I'm being sued for $10,000. I don't see how this is going to go any further. I think it's a waste of your time.
Oh, yes.
The problem is this. If you think it should be dismissed, you need to file the appropriate motion. You need to file a motion to ask for that.
In that letter, he lied. And then that's what brought forth the perjury. It was never perjury in the beginning. It was perjury after his response.
Well, you can't say, listen, he has the right to put whatever is in the answer.
I'm not saying he can't, but
you can't add another count because you don't like or you disagree with what is in his answer.
Okay, so now this judge is getting exasperated. And she is interrupting him. And so now let's play the feud.
If he responds and his response is a lie, it's perjury, then my documents will prove that he lied in his response.
No.
She's suggesting that their interaction, if he lied to her, it's perjury. Now he's going to fix that shit real quick.
No. It's his version. First of all, do you understand what perjury is?
Yes, I understand perjury is a lie. I know what perjury means.
Perjury is a statement, a false statement made under oath. So
exactly, and I got documents that prove he was lying.
So she's suggesting that he perjured himself when he went there for the date. What, you dumb bitch? Did you put out a Bible and make him swear that what he was saying was the whole truth and nothing but the truth? You fucking idiot. Under penalty of law?
You don't understand. It's a false statement made under oath.
If I'm this guy, Richard Jordan, and the judge is fighting with this stupid whore, and hold on a second, I got to close this door. The dog opened the door. Don't move. The fuck? I don't like doing the show with the door open. I don't want Diana to hear how I talk, especially about these black people. Anyway, so the Richard Jordan is just, you can see him if you are only listening to this. You got to watch this video. He's putting his hand over his head like, oh fuck, I'm so glad this is happening to the judge. It has to be very satisfying for him to witness the madness of this stupid bitch.
Under oath.
That stated
when did he testify to something that he lied about? It's a false statement made under oath.
Bottom line is, you said it's a criminal offense, so I will send it to circuit court. Are we done here?
Oh no!
No, you don't understand, ma'am. You don't understand.
Are we done here? Are we done here?
Perjury is
what perjury means. I know exactly what perjury means. I know.
Look at the dude. He's laughing. He's laughing at this dumb whore.
Perjury means. Are we done
no,
here?
You don't.
Is it a criminal offense or not?
What statement? I don't see anything in the complaint that says he made some false statement under oath.
Because you don't know what happened. You're on the outside looking in. You don't know anything.
Okay, so this entitled bitch does not like how this is going. He explains it to her, and instead of just realizing that she's nothing more than a stupid whore, she is screaming at the judge.
The plaintiff. Wait a minute. You are the plaintiff.
Are we done here?
You have to lay out your allegations properly.
Are we done here?
No, we're not.
Exactly what perjury means.
No, we're not.
Do not insult my intelligence.
You have to
do not insult my intelligence.
This is like talking to angry Zaniacs.
You have to lay your complaint out. You have to allege this in the complaint. You have not.
Please do not insult my intelligence.
Is there a way to hold her in contempt?
It's not about that. You don't think. I don't think you understand what perjury is. It's a false statement made under oath.
Are we done here? Are we done here?
I
Please
said
do
no.
not insult my intelligence.
He goes, I said no. Oh my God, this is great.
Said no.
Do not do that. Do not do that. Do not insult my intelligence as if I do not understand what the word perjury means. Do not. If it's a criminal offense, then it's a criminal offense.
Well, ma'am, it should not have been filed in district court if you want intentional infliction of emotional distress.
Okay, so that's a criminal offense.
Are you going to dismiss it and refile it?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not going to dismiss it. I will file another case in circuit. But as far as I'm concerned,
you can't have two cases on the. Ma'am,
she's so stupid. He's trying to explain to her, no, you have to dismiss it from district and then refile it in circuit. And she thinks he's trying to convince her to let the whole thing go because she's so stupid.
You can't have two cases going on the same issue.
Well, I'm not dismissing the case. If you want to dismiss it, that's up to you. But I, as a plaintiff, am not dismissing
I'm trying to help you, motherfucker. She's not listening.
the case.
He has to make a proper motion.
Well, that's on him.
But I can also transfer the venue to circuit.
Yeah.
You see, he's kind of taking it from her. I would throw something at the camera. I would say, can you define perjury? I would go back to that. I go, so just again, can you maybe tell me what perjury is in your own words? What is it? And then when she says it, you just say, incorrect. I have a law degree. I'm a judge. That is not correct.
Yes, that's what I thought, because there were other cases that should have been transferred somewhere else. So that's okay.
Okay. I'm going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a phone.
Yep.
I love the guy laughing.
Get to it.
Okay, what the fuck is going on?
Ma'am, what about his costs associated with appearing because you filed it in the wrong court?
She's trying to. So he's owed money now.
I need to see because I was not aware, since you said perjury was not on there, I was not aware that a criminal offense for intentional infliction of emotional distress was considered a criminal offense there, that it had to be.
I didn't say that.
Forward.
That is not what I said.
Yes,
that is not what I said.
That is what you said.
No, I didn't.
Yes,
said
you did.
that.
Oh God, it's just yes I did, or no you did, no I didn't, yes you did. She's just telling him what he said.
I said that circuit.
You stated that the criminal. You stated that emotional infliction.
The judge throws his hands in the air. This dude is like, I cannot believe how fucking high maintenance this sick bitch is.
Of emotional distress is a criminal offense, and you stated that.
Okay, now, right now, there's just over 3 minutes left in this. And I feel like I'm doing something wrong if I stop it. We have to see this to the end. We have to.
Perjury.
Stay with me. We must do this together.
Perjury is a criminal offense, but you also stated that perjury is not on the document that I placed forth before you. So criminal offense would not.
It's not in the complaint.
On there.
It's not in the complaint.
I need you to show me. I need you to show me the document which states that intentional infliction of emotional distress is indeed.
Why couldn't she have been a Uvalde teacher?
And in fact, a criminal offense, because that's the original offense that was placed on there.
I never said that. I never said that.
Yes, you did.
I never said that.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not. Ma'am,
Yes, you did.
Listen. I'm not going to sit here and go back and forth with you. I will repeat to you what I said.
I'm not either.
I said
that's two
that
charges.
intentional. You need to be quiet while I'm talking. You need to be quiet. Can you mute her, please?
Because perjury is a criminal offense. It has to go to circuit court.
That will not make her hear you.
She's overpowering everything.
Intentional infliction of emotional distress.
What I said was
It doesn't matter if she's muted. She's not even going to know that she's fucking muted. She's defeated me. I can't go for another second. I apologize. If you want to see it on your own, you're going to have to. Oh, Sharkeisha, no. She's actually trying to teach the judge about law. This is what you get when someone thinks they are far more intelligent than they actually are. What is that called again? The person who thinks that they're the smartest in the room is actually the dumbest. Wow. I need to ask you, the audience that is live right now. Is this break that we're taking by me talking and not hearing her enough to make it so that we can finish this? Or do we just let it go? I got to vote for keep playing it. All right, everybody wants to finish it. Okay, we'll finish it.
What I said was intentional infliction of emotional distress is something that circuit court has jurisdiction over. Never characterized that as a criminal matter. It is definitely a civil claim, but it is something that can't be done in district court. Now, that's what
She's muted, but her lips are still moving, so she's not hearing any of this.
I said to you. You are on the mistaken belief that circuit court does not hear civil matters because you said, well, I thought circuit court only
She
did
can't
criminal.
stop.
You are the one who are mistaken about the jurisdiction of circuit court because that's what you stated on the record.
Okay. If there was a way to let her know she's muted, she might shut up. But I don't even think she knows she's muted.
Unmuted.
You got to unmute her.
Been talking the entire time.
Well,
She's been talking the entire time, the clerk says.
Judge, excuse me, you don't understand how this works. Let me explain something to you about Zoom right quick.
Okay, so now the clerk is explaining to the judge something he doesn't know.
okay.
Everybody's telling the other person they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Meanwhile, Richard Jordan is just sitting here with his polo shirt having a damn good time.
When I muted her and now I'm asking her to unmute, if she doesn't do something on her end, she's still muted. So right now she's still muted. But I have asked her to unmute. She's not looking at the device that she's holding.
That was very effective in the way she explained that.
I am ordering that this go to Seventh Circuit Court.
I think that this judge kind of sucks, okay? He should have just called her a stupid fucking bitch and ended it and not even dealt with it instead of even patronizing that stupid bitch.
Venue is to be changed because intentional infliction of emotional distress is a circuit court matter outside the jurisdiction of district court. Plaintiff shall pay the filing fees in the receiving court.
Oh, she's going to have a heart attack over that shit.
And I don't know if you asked for a jury trial or not. You did not, it looks like. So there was no jury fee. No further proceedings shall be had after transfer until these costs or expenses are paid.
Which she has to pay. Can you imagine the eruption? The steam flying out of her ears when she finds out that she's got to pay for this shit.
Not paid within 56 days of the date of this order, this case shall be dismissed by the court to which it was transferred.
Okay, so she's got 56 days to pay all this shit for that dude. Oh, fuck. That was exceptional. Wow. I need to know more about Kashante Short. You know, her upbringing. How many people in the family killed themselves because she was there? Wow. Oh, that was just awesome. Fuck. All right. Don't forget about me on Patreon. Thank you yesterday. I had something fantastic happen. It actually is a way to save money. But let's see. Where is it? Fuck me. I'm terrible. Ben West just went for the full year. I appreciate that, Ben. He signed up for a year. For what was $60, $54. If you do that, you're saving money on Patreon. So for your $5 or $10 donation that you make, you can donate however much you want. I'm going to give you 15 plus hours of content and hours and hours of enjoyment on Patreon. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. Things have stabilized nicely since the butthurt exodus of 2022, and that's actually great news. Very, very happy about that. Thank you. So if you want to be on board helping out with the show, keeping it alive, patreon.com/Eric Zane. This one is free. You can have that. If you choose to support the show with a donation, that is much appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And the open and live stream brought to you by several sponsors. I'm actually going to do a bunch here because I've got Dear Meathead coming up with Dad. Thank you to Van Dyke Mortgage. 231-332-6505. If you're looking to refi, get some money out of your home, this is the thing to do. If you've got a little bit of debt, you want to get rid of it because if you were, let's say it's credit card debt, that's a ridiculous interest rate. You can't have that. Reach out to Mario, get the money out of your home because the equity's been going up, up, up. 231-332-6505. TC Paintball. We had trigger time with Rick from TC Paintball on Monday, and wow. Overwhelming support. Every single member of the audience loves Rick and his hot take, which I guess I'm going to have to do a little bit more work on Rick because at one point I said, Rick, what's on your mind today? And he said, oh, I don't know. I haven't really been following up on anything. And I'm like, well, it's kind of why you're here, but okay. So and I'm going to have to do a little bit more of the heavy lifting for our boy Rick on TC Paintball. Knows everything there is to know about paintball, showbiz, and podcasting. He gets a D- for his preparation on his first, well, actually second official segment of Trigger Time with Rick from TC Paintball. So essentially, knowing full well he had his segment upcoming, he did zero preparation. So I am going to change that and actually say, so Rick, I'm telling this story about Arnold Schwarzenegger farting in the face of so-and-so. What are your thoughts? Until he figures out that he actually has to lift a finger for the segment. Still, despite that, an unbelievable groundswell of support for Rick in what was just a historic moment on the show. He did so well. TCPaintballGR.com is where you wanted to go if you want to play paintball. An amazing entertainment venue for West Michigan and beyond. That's like a destination. The way they have TC Paintball set up. People come from far away just to play paintball at TC Paintball. It is the number one paintball facility in Michigan as rated by Paintball Magazine. So TCPaintballGR.com, that's where you want to go. Wednesdays today, Little League Day and Ladies Day. That's right. And then if you want to drop in during the week, that is totally fine at any time. And then Saturday, you got to make like a reservation. TCPaintballGR.com. Kent County Health Department reminds you that if you're traveling overseas, traveling abroad, you must check with your local health department to see if you need any type of vaccination for wherever you're going. You know, there are rules in place so that, and then the last thing you'd want is to go on a trip, and then you get wherever you're going, they go, well, yeah, you can't come into the country. Oh, what? That happens. So reach out to the Kent County Health Department. Also for the kiddos getting ready to go back to school, measles, mumps, rubella, whooping cough, pertussis, meningitis, Gardasil vaccine for cervical cancer inoculation. All there, Kent County Health Department. AccessKent.com/health. Of course, the heating and cooling specialist on the show, A&E Heating and Cooling, as always. Thank you. You're the best. Joe Martinez, Senor Martinez, 616-516-8579. That's 616-516-8579 for an after-hour service call, whatever you may need, all there at A&E Heating and Cooling. The aforementioned Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. I love them so much. They are the best. I'm very thankful that the embellisher is in their hands. That is the only place we take our vehicles. to be repaired. You should too. ER Vines, ervines.com is their website. And then last but not least, no, wait a minute, I'm fucking that up. Yes, last but not least, Full House Comedy. The AWOL Donnie Veltman, I don't know where he is. I haven't heard from him in a month and 5 days. I cannot get the man to reply to me. Story of my fucking life. FullHouseComedy.com. Dear Meathead, brought to you by Baldwin Ace Hardware, with the question of the day brought to you by JM Synthetics. Let's do this right now. Hello. Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. How about you, son?
Never better. Sorry I didn't call you yesterday.
Well, that's gotta cost you.
Oh, it's...
Hey, hold on a minute.
Yeah.
Huh? Okay, we had to put just the phone on speaker.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Anyway, I'm sorry I delayed you.
No. It's fine. Everybody is so glad that you are with us.
Well, thank you, Jesus.
Yeah, I made it. Yeah, I made it seem like you were dying. That was a stupid thing to say. I did. You know what I meant.
I know what you meant. You're all right.
So yeah, Dad, it's been hot as hell. You've been going outside. What's going?
No, I have not been outside. The air conditioner is going crazy. And no, I think altogether I spent maybe 40 minutes outside yesterday.
That's pretty good. It's better than Diana's brother. The guy just sits in the house all day watching TV.
Oh, that's hard on him.
Yeah, you know. But all right. Well, welcome into you guys. Everybody loves you and so glad that you are here.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much, honey.
I have a question for you. It
Yes?
looks like one of the listeners is I don't even know how to pronounce his name. I think it's I'll just say Ron. It says Ron had to get stitches this morning, but when it's time to get the stitches out next Friday, Ron wants to know, do you think he should go in and get them removed, or can he take them out himself? So it's stitches in his fingertip, which you know very well. He injured himself somehow. So he's got stitches in his finger, and he's such a knucklehead. He's dumb enough to think that he can take the stitches out himself. What do you think about that?
I think it's a very foolish choice to do, to make it. You need a medical people to take care of that. I don't know if it's the reason he wants to do that is because of costs or something, but whoever had the surgery done can do that for probably very minimal cost,
Yeah.
or none at all.
I'm sure it's part of it. You know, I don't understand.
Don't do that. You can't fool around with the human body.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I know who this guy is, and he's kind of like a simpleton, and he's made that clear before in some of the other things he said online, and it's like, why would you risk damaging the finger and actually cutting it open again with that?
More further damage. That's not good.
Yeah, I don't understand why people are so foolish sometimes. I mean, you know, I want a doctor to work on my finger. I want a mechanic to work on my car. You know, if I don't know how to do it, unless I'm an expert, then I'm not going to do it. I don't understand why people think that they can do what doctors do.
Are you sure this isn't Aram doing that?
No, Aram was not that dumb. Aram would not do that. Aram is one of the brighter listeners, actually.
Oh, I really appreciate him.
Yes.
I really like that. And if he had done that or planning on doing that, I'd really have to get a little rough with him.
Yeah, you don't want Aram to do that.
No, because he's a friend of mine. I don't want to see any more damage coming to him.
No, have the doctors do it. So much easier. Have them take care of you because
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You are, whoever this person is, don't fool around with your body. Let a physician take care of the thing that they have to do. Not you. You're not a doctor.
All right, that's note number 1. Quote, don't fool around with your body.
That's right.
All right. off and running on another amazing edition of Dear Meathead. A number of other people have sent questions along. Maureen asks, how you like your steak cooked?
Well, I would like my steak to be cooked like a medium well, or, I don't want it raw. I'm not a raw meat eater. But I will eat raw meat in a different way.
Wait a minute. Did you just say you're not a raw meat eater?
Oh, yeah. The hamburger.
Yeah.
And years ago, in the country that I come from, they take that and then grind it several times.
Yeah.
Raw meat.
Right. Well, then you are a raw meat eater.
Yeah, I will eat that. I definitely will. I love that.
So wait a minute. In the last 30 seconds, you said, I want my meat cooked. I'm not a raw meat eater. And then in the next...
This kind of meat that we do, it's a lamb meat.
Oh, okay. All right. So...
And we used to, my mom used to make it when we had company.
Okay.
For a company.
I have to try it.
Kibby and I eat.
I guess kibby, yes, of course. Now, but when it comes to a steak, you want that thing cooked.
No, that's right. The steak,
right.
I cannot chew the hell out of it and lose my teeth on it,
right,
and still not be able to swallow it. The steak, I want them cooked.
Now, Maureen here says she has hers cooked well, and she puts ketchup on it. That sounds ridiculous to me.
Well, maybe it does that to you, but she likes that.
Yeah, to each their own. And she also adds that she loves you and Joanne, so that's very, very nice.
Likewise.
Aram is weighing in. He has some questions. He has a question for you. It said, Ruben, it's been very, very hot. Do you have any tricks to stay cool when you don't have air conditioning?
Oh, boy. That's a bad thing, really. Yeah, get a big, huge container of water, soak your body in it outside, not in the house.
So just get a tub, fill it with water.
A tub, cold water.
Yeah. There's also something known as a bathtub.
Well, look, if bathtubs are not available really to everybody. I mean, we don't have one in here.
We do too.
We do? We got a bathtub? I never knew that. Oh, we take a shower? That's right. Well, sorry, I screwed up.
All right, so no big deal. Everybody...
That's a good idea, though. Get a big tub of water and sit in it.
Okay, tub of water, sit in it. So two things. Get a tub of water, sit in it, and you just were informed that you have a bathtub.
Yes.
All right.
What can I say?
Hey, Nate, it's fine. It is so, I love the fact. The reason why you don't realize that is because you're so in love with Joanne. That's all.
That I am.
All right.
That I am. I want the whole world to know that.
Let's see. Brandis says, my dog has some medical issues, and it's getting expensive. I'm not 100% sure what the problem is, but she's concerned about if the cost of the care is more than she can afford. And then she writes, my vet will not take payments, and I can only afford so much. She says, I am beside myself, and I need some wise words. Now, before you get to that, Dad, let me jump into this. Brandis, you need to look up Care Credit. That is a line of credit specifically for any type of procedures like this. I've used this myself, and that will allow them, the vet, to get paid. I'm surprised they didn't recommend that. And then you can then pay Care Credit that way. It's basically a credit card for this type of thing. But anyway, Dad, what do you think? She's got an expensive issue with the pet, and she's afraid she might have to make some tough decisions. Do you have any wise words for Brandis, the tree hugger?
Well, first of all, he's asking for an opinion from the wrong guy, because I am a dog lover from way before there were dogs. Anything that happens to my dog, I will spend all the money I can to repair him, bring him to health. In fact, I recall one time we lived in Warren. For 4 nights, I slept downstairs in the basement floor, laying next to my dog, because the dog was injured so badly. And we had it to the vet, and it did whatever it did.
Uh-huh.
But I just slept next to that dog.
Was that when Queenie killed the porcupine?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that was up north.
Well, wherever it was.
Yep. That was like
something in the trailer, Joanne said.
Yep. That was a different injury.
He walked into. No, this was at home.
Oh, okay. It's a different thing.
It ran next. We used to have our trailer that we hauled snowmobiles and stuff like that in there.
Yeah, it got injured.
And it ripped their side out.
Damn it.
And it caught the corner of it. It was like razor sharp metal.
All right. So then, you would recommend doing whatever you want to do it.
I would spend whatever I could to bring that dog to health.
So if she has to sell her body and prostitute herself, she should do it to save the dog's life.
Absolutely. You're carrying it to the limit now, but that's all right.
All right.
Yeah, I would do all of those things to take care
I
of
would
my
too.
dog.
I would do that too.
And the reason is the dog will do anything in a healthy world to take care of you under any circumstance.
The dog will do anything in the healthy world. You're right.
Yeah, well, some people don't care about the dog.
Right. I'm just backing up here, making sure I got this right. Dog lovers since before dogs existed.
Yes.
And you must do whatever to repair the dog.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. So there you go.
That's pretty good analogy, isn't it?
No. I think it's all. I'm just kind of like, covering it in a more thorough way and kind of backtracking. Stevie writes, "Dear Ruben, it's been very hot this week. Could you share? I guess we've already covered this. We've already covered this one. So Stevie, that's similar to the other question we had. But thank you very much, regardless, for sending it along." Chris writes, "Dear Meathead, thank you for your time each week. This is one of my favorite things each and every week. Giving such great advice, and Joanne is absolutely fantastic. Anyway, I've come to you in the past for soccer questions, and I was hoping you could help me out once again."
Oh, sure.
Chris writes, "I'm taking on a new team. Okay, they're 13-year-olds. What do I say to get them excited for the big season?" And
I repeat that.
he's got a bunch of 13-year-olds he's going to be coaching.
Okay.
He wants to know what to tell them to get excited. He said that he told them how you would use a safety pin to stab people.
Not stab it, just trick them. You should wake them up.
And they loved that. So maybe some of them will try it. He said,
"No, don't try it.
Okay.
Because you don't know how to do it, and if you get caught, you can be easily punished or thrown off the team."
Right. Okay, so
don't listen to some of the stuff that I say.
Okay, don't say it's do as I say, not as I do.
But the world that I played soccer in was totally different than the world that it is in America.
Right. It was a third world country, and it was.
That's right, and nobody was paying attention to all the extra activities that you do on the field.
Yeah, no one pays it.
Ouch. You say, "Shut up and play the game."
Right. I mean, nowadays, everybody smiles. Back then in Iran.
They don't run, huh? They kick you right off the team.
Yes, you're stabbing people on the field. It was a horrible scenario.
Yeah, I'm sorry that this thing ever got in the air.
Exactly. All right. Well, anyway, so don't do that. But Chris wants to know if you have any tips for him to tell these very impressionable young people about the upcoming soccer season. What can you? It's kind of like this is your chance to give those kids a pep talk.
Well, first of all, you have to be very dedicated to play the game. Now, for instance, I had two brothers that they would just stand there on the defensive line and exchange conversations while we were playing. You know, so you got to be serious about the game.
Right.
You got to pay attention where the ball is, or whoever is carrying the ball, and you got to be playing it hard as well. You can knock them down. There's no two ways about it.
Okay, yeah, you do some of those.
But make sure that they know that you didn't do that purposely.
Well, I mean, there is contact. Some contact is allowed in soccer.
That's absolutely right. Sometimes you're gonna hit harder.
Yeah, I mean, if you're making a play on the ball and you shoulder to shoulder the guy, that is allowed. I know that much.
That is allowed.
I don't know if stabbing people is, but.
No.
Now, Dad,
that was my trick.
Now, Dad, you said two brothers. What do you mean by that? You only had one brother.
What did I say? Two brothers.
I don't know. Maybe you meant teammates.
Yeah, there are two brothers.
I got it. They were brothers. Okay, I get it.
Yeah, they're brothers, and those guys are just a bunch of dummies.
All right, so you had to say
they were on and chit chat, and the ball just went out by them. They didn't even pay attention to it. Needless to say that they didn't last too long.
Okay, so I've got down. Let's see here. Pay attention. The tips that Chris can tell the kids is say, all right, kids. Meathead said you got to pay attention and knock people down.
Yeah, you can nudge them, you know.
Yeah.
And then always put kind of not available to be seen. Put a little bit of foot in front of his front foot leg. Let him trip over it.
Gamesmanship. I mean, if you gotta do it when the ref's not looking.
The gameship is really speed. If you got the ball, you got to be able to move left and right with the ball.
So you got to
go forward without getting caught up.
Basically, work on your footwork and your drills, improve, and then
during the game of soccer, you got to be very observant. Look around where your players are, and then try to get that ball. You know, sometimes they just kick it on the ground, you know, and never gets in the air because they don't know how. You got to find your players' locations and kick it towards that location.
What if you got a kid on the team there's like two or three of them who are out of shape. They weigh 500 pounds. They're terrible. What do you do to those? Do you keep those kids on the sidelines and not allow them to play?
First of all, you got to tell the parents, hey, listen, this kid really don't belong here.
Right. There's no place
on the. If you want him to play soccer, have him lose 150 pounds.
Yeah, they're going to say, look, you're putting the cart before the horse. This kid's 500 pounds. It's going to get hurt. Take your kid home and stop giving him so much.
He's not going to be good to the team.
Yes. Who cares about him? It's about the team.
Let's see. Bring him up to shape before you put him in the game.
I'm with you. Some of these parents, you and I are on the same page.
I mean, hey, you got a 150-pound kid, 12 years old. Oh my God!
Right. If some giant kid falls on him, that kid's in trouble.
He's dead.
Right. Okay. Rob writes, Dear Meathead, I'm looking to buy a used truck. I heard about an early 2000s model Chevy that might need some work, but might be in my price range. Do you know if those were good trucks?
I actually believe that all the trucks that are really made in America are good trucks.
Oh, you love the American trucks.
I love American trucks.
I think you're right about that. I think they vastly outsell the imports.
And in reality, if the truck has got like 25,000 miles on it or 20,000 miles, it definitely needs a serious person to check it out, not a crook that's going to rip you off for it.
Right.
Check it out, find out what things has to be replaced because of the years of age. If you've got 40,000 miles on a vehicle, for instance, hey, that thing is needing a lot of checking out. So if you want to save money by buying a old used vehicle like that, you've got to be so careful. But in reality, I know that if something is expensive and you can't afford it, but you got to make it happen that you can afford it. Pay more, pay longer amount of months or years for it, but buy a more recent vehicle. Don't buy a used car that you don't, or truck that you don't have a clue what it's been through.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I hope that helps you, Rob. Finally, one more question from this gentleman named Kenny, who I know. Yeah, Kenny. He's been through the ringer in his personal life. He is looking for his next love interest, and he's has some questions about that because he wants this to happen. He's a little bit blue. He's a little upset, and he writes, "What do you think is the best way to meet someone who is a middle-aged single guy looking for a date?" So he's looking for a date. He wants a lady that he can spend the rest of his life with, but he doesn't know where to begin. And he's like in his mid-40s, and he's looking for a date. What advice do you have for Kenny?
Well, first of all, you got to go to some places for fun that are quite a few different characters of people, men, women. You can't go over there and grab a guy. And then start associating with them. If there's a girl, don't approach the person with the thought of, hey, I want you. No. You got to say, hi, how are you? How are you doing? How does it happen that you're here visiting or having a party with us? My name is George. Just hit the conversation. So
you just said the approach cannot be where you walk up and say, hey, I want you. That's a no-no.
Some people feel that way. Some people do it, I think.
Also, Kenny cannot go grab a guy.
Oh, no.
Okay. I don't think he would. I think he likes ladies. Some people do like guys, but Kenny, I'm pretty sure, only likes ladies. So, all right. So he's now Kenny likes to play a lot of video games, despite the fact that he's in his mid-40s. And so, do you think maybe he could go to some arcade and try to find someone like him?
Well, not a woman. Women are not into arcade games.
Oh, I know. I tried to tell him.
I think the best way is if you were try to get somebody to introduce you to someone else. It's not a girl.
Yeah.
That's the best way to go.
Okay. All right.
Hang around the guys and says, associating but don't tell anybody, hey, I'm looking for a date.
Yeah, you got to play it cool,
Just look around, see if you like somebody, and you saw someone that's hitting your interest, and hey, hi, how are you doing? My name is George.
Okay.
And don't give them the impression that you want a date.
Yeah, don't seem needy. You got to play it cool,
That's absolutely cool. Just like even play like hard to get.
Yes, there you go. All right. Hey, that's it. That's all I have for you. We had some great thoughts. We talked about soccer. You got to pay attention. You got to knock people down.
I enjoy this. This is good.
Don't fool around with your body. You didn't know you had a bathtub.
Yeah, right.
You've been a dog lover since you've been a dog.
All I do is stand in my tub and
Right.
Don't even think it's a tub.
You've been a dog lover since before dogs existed, and you got to do whatever you can to repair the dog.
Yes. In other words, get some doctors.
Yes. All right, Dad. Well, you guys are the best as always. Enjoy the conversation, and we will talk to you down the road. How does that sound?
Sounds great to me. Say hello to the family, and I'll miss you guys. I hope one of these days I get to see you again.
Oh, yeah, you will. Of course you will.
So just hang in there and say hello to the rest of the world.
Okay, love you guys.
I love you too, honey.
Okay, till then, bye-bye.
Oh, goodbye, audience.
Goodbye. Okay, bye-bye. The question of the day was Kenny. Brought to you by JM Synthetics. What do you think is the best way to meet someone for a middle-aged single guy for a date? Now, I thought that was a perfect question. I thought that was fantastic. Asshole of the day, Amanda, knifes the poor guy when he's down. And she writes, Kenny reeks of desperation. What the fuck? Kenny responds with, wow. The suggestion, maybe drop the video games for a few days and go out into the world, dog park, borrow a dog. Amanda says, well, I just spout facts, dude. Stop doing that. Okay, that's definitely assholish. You can't deny that. It may be right. I don't know. It's still assholish, which I love. You know, I mean, I lead by example. If you are not an asshole, you have a boring show. So you are my spirit animal, Amanda. Make no mistake. But I love playing the role of asshole. Corey says, gamer girls are hot. They put out. Kenny also referred to as George in that segment. Tyler writes, find someone with similar interests. For example, someone who listens to the same podcast as you. Maybe someone who also sells dildos and other pleasure objects. Yeah, I know these two are made for each other. They're both big boned. The amount of intense sex gravy between those two would be fantastic. I would sniff Kenny's ball sack and Amanda's boob sweat after they have sex, if they had sex. All right. Enough. I'll let it go. That's just what I think the audience wants. Okay? Not necessarily me. I think the audience wants that to happen. We can feel that tension. And I think that maybe a spark will ignite that wasn't there before between you two. Kenny writes, hey, hey, man, you know what's funny? Is I just got a Zaniac's phone number this morning prior to all of this. You did? Wow. Good for you. I know you can spit game. There is some charm to you. He says he'll never tell who. Well, all right. Good for you. I'm happy. Don't fuck it up. All right. Amanda says Kenny and I are not each other's type at all. Well, you're an alpha for sure, and I don't know what he is. He could be either an alpha or a beta. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean you can't, Diane and I are both alphas. You know? Holy shit. Dear Meathead brought to you by Baldwin Ace Hardware. That was spectacular. Hey, Bennett Flooring Installation reminds you to call them 616-318-0167. They've been a sponsor of this show for quite some time, and I'm very lucky to have them. If you need flooring installed, that's who you call. Bennett Flooring Installation, 616-318-0167. If you are in West Michigan, I realize not everybody is in West Michigan, but if you are and you need flooring installed, they can do it full service. They can do it if you do half the job yourself. They can do it if you attempt to do the job and then you fuck it up. That's happens all the time. So when you do that, reach out to Bennett Flooring Installation, 616-318-0167. The flooring that I actually want you to buy that you're going to install, I want you to purchase it from Johnson Carpet One Discount Outlet. We just bought this beautiful wood grain vinyl plank flooring that is waterproof and pet proof. And that's a big upgrade from what we had in that stupid basement, which was carpet soaked with cat urine. And the cats are still pissing on it. What a bunch of assholes. At this point, though, I'm like, fuck you. Do your worst. I don't give a shit. I've got this flooring from Johnson Carpet One Discount Outlet. That's pet proof. So, fuck off, cat. Diana has decided no more cats. This is it. These two fuckers are 7 and 8 years old. 7 and 8 years old. They only have about another decade left. I love them, but they're dicks. All cats are dicks. I've had 4 cats. All dicks. Dogs go pee and poo in the house when they can't hold it anymore. Cats do it because they're dicks. Johnson Carpet One Discount Outlet in Granville, Michigan, behind Little Caesars. Ugly, tan, warehouse-looking building. Small red sign. It's right down the street from the main showroom. Go to the discount outlet first and check out what they have for sale. That might be all you need, and it's going to be priced lower because they buy so much of it at one point and put it in the warehouse. Reach out to them. Kent, drop the E at a U, is running that store. Johnson Carpet One Discount Outlet. Lowest prices in the entire state of Michigan. Bosco's Pub. Go there for lunch. Go there for dinner. Bosco'sPub.com, part of Terra Square in Hudsonville. I'm going to have a party there soon. I just haven't scheduled it yet. Bosco's Pub. I'm guessing we'll have new faces there. I'm guessing there's a lot of faces we won't see, and there'll be new faces that we do see. Bosco's Pub in Hudsonville, Michigan. Looking forward to that. Go there and get a Luigi burger. Absolutely fantastic. I will be hosting an asshole-free event at Bosco's Pub. Look forward to that. All right. Let us see what the Queen of the Forest is up to.
Hello?
So you're up and around.
Yeah, I've been up.
You were ill yesterday, Pooh Bear.
Yeah, I didn't feel that great yesterday.
But now you've turned the corner.
Yeah, I think so. Still a little tired, but...
Was there any gastrointestinal issues? Did you throw up, or did you have anything else, any other issues?
No.
That's it. You just didn't feel good.
I pooped a lot, but I didn't...
You don't need to... I was actually avoiding that.
You asked.
Well, I said any other issues, and then you could have just said yes or no, but no.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
So we're having guests over, right? We're going to have a big party today, this afternoon.
Well, not big, just, I think, 3 people.
Plus you.
Plus me, yeah.
So hot girl summer continues here at the Eric at the household.
Yeah.
Okay. Are they all single? No, there's only well, actually, two of them are single, right?
No, one.
One, and that would be Sherry?
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you this. Sherry is about our age, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, she's a little bit older, I think, but she seems like she's like 40.
Yeah.
Just her mentality and the way she behaves. Right?
Yeah, I could agree with that.
Why don't we set her up with Kenny in Nashville, Tennessee?
Because that's not going to work if he's in Tennessee and she's here.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't even think about that. I don't know why I didn't think about that. I'm trying to get someone.
And she, she's not going to leave.
No, and she loves black guys with big penises too. So that Kenny's out on both those counts.
Oh Lord.
Okay. Everything else good? Up and running?
Yeah, I have to go let Cece out in a little bit here, and then come back for the party. Or not? I don't even want to call it a party. It's not really a party. It's just they just lounge by the pool.
Hey, heavy drinking. What are we doing? Is there any chores I need to do? Am I involved in this?
I don't think they'll be drinking. Maybe. Well, Haley's pregnant, so she won't be drinking. So I don't know about the other two, but
is that the one with the enormous boobs?
Yeah.
Sorry. Well, I'm just saying, if she has a baby, that those might go down in history as the world's biggest boobs.
Maybe.
I mean, it's remarkable. She could feed an army.
Oh my word!
You don't want any part of this. You got very quiet.
Yeah, no, I don't want any part of this.
All right, I love you.
Okay, I love you too. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, I'll see you.
Bye.
You won't believe the size of this chick's boobs. They make Amanda's look like she hasn't even hit adolescence. I've never seen anything like it. And in fact, I think, we've known this kid since she was like a little kid. I remember she was like 4 and she had like enormous knockers. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? There's got to be some type of malfunction in the DNA of this person. Jesus. Okay. Thanks to Rob in Jersey for sending this story along. This is an update on that umpire that, you remember the story of the guy in Jersey, the umpire is a 72-year-old man, and whatever happened, bad call during the stupid 13 and under baseball game, Little League game. And the coach of one of the teams, Branchburg Township, is where this all went down, which is right near where Blue State Rob lives. He punched the umpire in the face, resulted in several jaw fractures and a concussion. The dude went down. The guy left, and the fans were heard shouting, like the parents were shouting, "Serves him right for that bad call. You deserved it." Now this ump is suing. Thank God. The extreme and outrageous behavior of a Staten Island youth baseball coach last month at a travel league tournament in Jersey went beyond the alleged physical assault of a 72-year-old umpire that resulted in multiple jaw fractures and a concussion, according to a lawsuit filed this week in New Jersey on behalf of the injured party. God, I cannot imagine being a youth sports ref these days. If you're like on a soccer field or a baseball diamond or whatever, or a ref in a football game, some of these AAU basketball games, have you seen these? In fact, we've covered this, but now I'm seeing that the AAU refs are like fighting back. I need to see these adult refs attacking the kids, okay? I think that the official needs to start the game before the coin toss or before the first pitch. And like in this case, if I'm the 72-year-old umpire, if he could go back in time and do it again, he should have started the game. Say, hey, I don't hardly earn any money for this. I'm just here for the kids. But I want you to know that I'm going to keep a bat handy. And if any of you says anything I don't like, for every insult, I'm going to bash one child over the head with this bat. Okay? So it's up to you. If you want to be an asshole, just know that one of you is going to be feeding your child through a straw, or they're going to be dead. Be very careful about what you say to me going forward, or we're going to have a dead kid on the field here. How do you like that? Just drop that bit of heaviness on these piece of shit Jersey assholes, which, frankly, they all are unless proven otherwise. Okay? Let's just say this. Get out in front of this. Like Blue State Rob, he's an asshole until proven otherwise. And he has proven it. He has proven that he's not an asshole. So let's just go say that because this happened in Jersey, all 9 million Jersey residents are assholes until proven otherwise. You have to prove that for it to be true. Jerry Otero, 40, the coach of the New York Prospects 13 and under travel team, turned himself in to the police weeks after the June 4th incident. He was charged with third-degree aggravated assault and fourth-degree assault at a youth sporting event. The attorney for the old man, who got badly injured by this fucking dick. Look at that face. Now that is a fucking punchable face. Under the context of this story, you just want this guy dead. Pisses me off so bad. My client is in his 70s. He doesn't do umpiring jobs for the money, said attorney Andrew O'Connor, who filed the suit in Superior Court of New Jersey. He's there for the kids to help them learn baseball and have fun. What set this asshole off? Prior to the alleged assault, Otero, who has a child on the team who's probably an asshole, got angry at the ump for not calling a balk, B-A-L-K. Now that is something the pitcher can do. The pitcher is, when he's going into his windup, he has to come to a complete stop before he actually goes through the forward motion of throwing the ball. In general, a balk is a call against a pitcher that is rarely called and is typically controversial at any level of baseball, let alone 13 and under baseball. He started cursing at the umpire in front of the two teams of Little League kids, O'Connor said. And it was a blowout game, too, by the way. The umpire lives in Middlesex, New Jersey, walked up to Otero to say that he would explain why he didn't make the call. The coach continued to curse at him, at which point the umpire ejected him from the game rightfully. At that point, Otero struck him in the face. The attorney seconded previous accounts on social media suggesting that parents of the New York Prospects made obscene remarks about the umpire as he laid in the dirt with serious injuries. Okay, so these are New York parents, so they're assholes too. The parents of the Staten... No, perhaps it was because they got to Jersey and they were nice, and because they're in Jersey, they turned into assholes. The parents of the Staten Island team were absolutely taunting him, O'Connor said. They were cursing, saying things like, you deserved it, and you got what you deserved. Holy shit, what is wrong with people? In a previous interview with Advanced StatenIslandLive.com. New York Prospects president Frank Cambria said the coach's actions were inexcusable and that he had removed him from the organization. He said Otero apologized for what happened prior to turning himself into authorities. In this lawsuit, that dude of the Little League, he's named in the lawsuit. The baseball team's named in the lawsuit. 10 John Does or parents from the Staten Island team who verbally encouraged or fostered the assault. That's like the whole Trump thing. Trump made all those losers raid the Capitol. That's what he's saying there. The U.S. Amateur Baseball League is also named in the lawsuit. The New York Prospects 13 and under team have been banned from future tournaments. The guy who runs that league, that dude, Frank Cambria, this fat fuck, he's like, well, now, wait a minute. The kids are the victims of this as well. And the manager of the team is a sweetheart. They didn't do anything wrong. They just wanted to play baseball. Yeah, fuck your kids. Fuck you. In fact, fuck the whole baseball team. You're all a bunch of pieces of shit. You're probably going to go on and beat women, you bunch of fucks. The lawsuit is seeking punitive damages, as well as damages to cover the umpire's medical expenses, pain, and suffering. Whatever damages the court deems equitable and just for the reckless and negligent actions of the defendant. My God. And then this fucker needs to go to jail for a long, long time. Fuck that asshole. In regard to the criminal case levied by the state of New Jersey against Otero, a charge of third-degree aggravated assault carries a maximum sentence of up to 5 years in prison and fines of up to $15,000. Fourth-degree assault could result in 18 months in prison and a maximum fine of $10,000. Yeah, you need to throw the book at these pieces of shit. Unbelievable. Horrible. My God. Okay. Any of you familiar with the Harry Potter movies? You might remember Professor Sprout. Professor Sprout was played by a lady named Miriam Margolis. Older lady. Here she is in a photograph next to Arnold Schwarzenegger. What? Are they having sex? No. She was on a podcast and she pointed out that in the 1999 film End of Days, there was a scene when she was playing one of the devil's minions, and in the film, Arnold has to fight the devil. It was a horrible movie. Nobody went to see it. It sucked shit. But she was playing one of the devil's minions. And Arnold's has to dispatch with her. So they're getting ready to shoot the scene. And then she said on a podcast when someone asked her, is there anyone in Hollywood that you don't care for? And she said, yes, Arnold Schwarzenegger. A, he's a bit too full of himself, and he farted on me. He was quite rude. He actually farted, not in my face, on my face. I guess in the scene there was a physical confrontation. They were getting set in their positions, and the fart actually, she could feel the fart reverberate through his ass. He did it deliberately right on my face. Marco, what type of... I got to see this scene where Arnold had to sit on her face. I was playing Satan's sister, and he was killing me, so he had me in a position where I couldn't escape, lying on the floor, and he just farted. It wasn't on film. It was in one of the pauses, but I have never forgiven him for it. No. Well, I mean, honestly, if you fart on someone's face like that, I mean, I can see where she's not forgiving him because, I mean, if I farted actually onto one of you, if Amanda were at my house and she was bending down, petting the dogs, and I walked by and I tripped, and my ass actually was touching her face, and I farted onto her face. Now, she would probably get horny, but I would say, Amanda, oh my God, I just farted on your face. I'm so sorry I did that. And I'd be mortified. I'd be disgusted. But Schwarzenegger, I guess he just farted on her face. And, if there's no discussion after the fart, you can either say, oh my God, I'm mortified. I'm so sorry I did that. Or you can say, here, take that. What do you think of that? Did you like that? Want some more? You can drop that on there. Or nothing. Now, both those last two options are terrible things, and they're going to result in someone pissed off if you fart on them. You can only apologize for farting on someone's face. If you say nothing or say, hey, scoop and feed, suck on this, suck my fart, people aren't going to like that. My God. Insider actually reached out to Schwarzenegger's camp to inquire about whether he farted on Professor Sprout. And they haven't heard back. They have not heard back. But that is just a bonkers story. Came out in a podcast with actress Miriam Margolis, who's quite a bit older than I don't know that for sure. Schwarzenegger's pretty old. They're both probably about the same age. But my God, fart right on her fucking face. Comment, saw a TikTok reel of a guy with a box fan blowing under a sheet that he was under on a bed watching something on a tablet, and there was a dog right next to the fan that farted into it. Guy couldn't jump out of there quick enough. Gagging, LOL. All right. In Maine, they call that a moose kiss. Corey might be able to confirm. Earlier in the show, Kenny was in the crosshairs, and Corey in Maine wrote, Kenny has thicker skin than all the pussies that left. I'm not going to lie. I love reading those comments. All right. A couple more things I want to get to. The All-Star game was last night. Baseball's All-Star game. I don't care. And Aaron Judge was interviewed. I think this was during the Home Run Derby. And there's talk about this guy, Aaron Judge, who's, quite a star, leaving the team, leaving the Yankees. This reporter asked him about that, and his response, it couldn't have been more awkward. And it's obvious the guy has no intention of playing for the Yankees in the upcoming seasons. Watch this. Hold on. I'm fucking this up. I can tell. I had a bad feeling that I was fucking that up. Hold the phone. Okay. Let me start that again.
And he has a son named Jacob who came up the other day really upset from his school in Astoria. He just came over. He's like, are you telling me that Aaron Judge may not be a Yankee after this year? What do you have to tell to Jacob right there and to all your fans that won you to
Come on.
Uniform? I wasn't going to put you on the spot. I mean, we're on live TV.
Yeah, Jacob, buddy. We got a lot of great Yankees on this team. There are a lot of great Yankees be here for a long time, so don't be upset. Don't be upset. Hopefully you'll be a Judge fan for life.
Thank you, Aaron. Thank you.
Okay, that's not. I'm going to play for the Yankees. There's a lot of good players on the team. Why don't you like one of those, you little shit? This is awesome by this reporter. I love that she did this. This is what reporters need to do. They need to take these athletes and fucking ask them a tough question. Not how do you feel right now? Oh, my God, what a great question.
And he has a son named Jake.
Talking about the kid.
Who came up the other day really upset from his school in Astoria. He just came over. He's like, are you telling me that Aaron Judge may not be a Yankee after this year? What do you have to tell to Jacob right there and to all your fans that won you the uniform?
Oh, my God. Yes, you were. Come on. She goes, that wasn't going to put you on the spot. I did. We're on live TV. Oh, shit.
Yeah, Jacob, buddy. We got a lot of great Yankees on this team. There are a lot of great Yankees. Be here for a long time, so don't be upset. Don't be upset. Hopefully you'll be a Judge fan for life.
Thank you.
He should have just said either no or yes. He should have either said, no, I'm not playing for this fucking team next year. Fuck these guys. He should have either said that or he should have just lied to the kid and said, oh, no, I just signed a new contract. I'll be playing with the Yankees next year. Are you kidding me? Who wouldn't want to play for the Yankees? That's awesome. Then during the home run contest, the game being held in Los Angeles at Dodger Stadium, first time in 40 years. The game was actually yesterday. I don't give a shit about the fucking game. Who cares? Unless there was a brawl or a terrorist attack, I'm not interested in what happened in the stupid fucking baseball game. But in the home run contest, you see dude right here in the Kershaw shirt. His hat's going to fall off. There's two guys in a Kershaw shirt. The guy closest to you, he's going to throw some haymakers at some guy who's not wearing a hat. This dude who's throwing the haymakers, his hat's going to fall off. So just so you can keep an eye on him. I'm just giving you a little context. This crazy bitch is going to try to keep a guy throwing punches away from guy who's getting hit repeatedly. This is a good one. Very one-sided. Let's check it out. 1, 2, 3. Dodger Stadium is full of animals. Hot chick trying to break the guy up, get him out of there. Oh, God. Is there anything hotter than blonde in a pony with a baseball hat? That is a hot-ass look. You can be an ugly idiot like this chick here. She has got the body type of the hunka cheese guy on Saturday morning cartoons, and she still is reasonably good looking because she's got a pony coming out of the back of the baseball hat. And she's got flip-flops on. Look at that foot. Oh, my God. That is so fucking hot. That's the hottest thing about her. Oh, my God. I love feet so much. So look at it. This guy just got beat up, and he's just standing there. And then Kershaw, dude, is just like, yeah, I just kick your ass. All right. Dodger Stadium. Bunch of animals. Linda got the LOL hunka cheese guy. Yeah, sometimes it's like, I'll say a joke. And it's not, I base the joke. It can be a good joke, but I know that only a small percentage of people are going to get the joke. I mean, if you're my age, you get the hunka cheese guy reference. Kenny says, today I learned that Eric Zane has a weird foot fetish. No, the foot is beautiful, and I've talked about this before. I've actually referenced before my love of feet. Nothing better than the summertime. Kenny says, I didn't realize you were serious. Come on. Everybody knows that everything I say on this show is 1,000,000% serious. All right. Dumpster divers. I'm not going to have Kyle on tomorrow again. The vacation continues. Stacks of fat stacks, I should say, of dumpster money has a lot made it so that he can take the extended week vacation, asshole. Get a dumpster from Dumpster Divers. Call or text 616-375-9962. That is 616-375-9962 or dumpsterdiversllc.com. If you are in West Michigan, get a dumpster from Dumpster Divers. They are awesome. You're basically going to have it so that you don't have to pay for all the time that you need. Like if you hire another company to bring a dumpster to your house, you're going to end up paying for time that you don't necessarily need. You can pay for 24 hours if you want with Dumpster Divers. Not everybody does that in the industry, and the weight limits are lower, so you're going to pay less for the dumpster that's in your driveway. And frankly, they're better dumpsters. Okay, they're not long and low-walled and occupying a ton of space. They're high-walled. Same amount can be put into them. Go to their website, dumpsterdiversllc.com. Inquire about junk removal. If you're at a job site, it's like, holy shit, we got all this shit here. It needs to go. Call Dumpster Divers. Going to do the junk removal. If you know somebody that their house needs all sorts of work done to it, and let's say they're gutting the house, Dumpster Divers can do all of that demolition and junk removal. DumpsterDiversLLC.com. Frank Fuss from My Policy Shop Insurance invites you to reach out to him. If you have any questions about getting insurance on the marketplace, or if you or someone you know or love is getting set to turn 65 and they need Medicare, go to this website, buyinsurancehere.com, fill out the form, and that's all it takes. Then you're off and running to meet face-to-face or via Zoom or a phone call with Frank. You can also call or text 616-914-4070. Frank is the Obamacare expert. I use Frank every year. I have to re-enroll. Frank helps me with that. I don't pay Frank a dime. He's paid by the insurance companies. Reach out to Frank from My Policy Shop Insurance, 616-914-4070. Thank you, Frank. And then last but not least, racing at Berlin Raceway. I will be making a post on social media that if you like it, you're in the running for a 5-pack of tickets to Berlin Raceway. Okay? Affordable family fun. This weekend, you've got racing on Saturday, brought to you by Grand Rapids Rubber, I guess. All right, good job, boys. Racing starts at 6:30. You got the Budweiser Super Late models. You got the limited late models. You got the Engine Pro VROA Vintage Modifieds that are racing. And the Good Humor Mini Wedge Series in town. I don't know what most of that means, but I know it's going to be fun. The tickets are just $12 when you buy them online. BerlinRaceway.com. 15 and under free, parking free. You can bring a cooler 12 by 18, no glass, no alcohol. You can puff. You can smoke in the designated smoking areas with the other burnouts on the concourse. They got a bar. They got a band playing. They got a merch shop. It's all there. Beer's only $5 a pop, which, if you compare that to any other venue, is remarkably cheap. Dogs are $3. Other concessions there. You get the chicken fingers, the pizza, the nachos, all the bullshit. It's going to make you shit bad the next day. Berlin Raceway. BerlinRaceway.com. Thank you so much for sponsoring the show. The show is done. There's nothing else to talk about. That's my time. Thank you for being here. Let's get into the asshole of the day. It's brought to you by TC Paintball. Corey in Maine says, like most racetracks, it's acceptable to shit on the ground. That is a horrible statement and not true. TC Paintball and JM Synthetics bring you the asshole of the day. If you missed anything from the show, or like if you want to see it yourself, I'll include the links in the show notes. You're encouraged to subscribe to the audio podcast. And if you're on Apple Podcasts, leave a review, which I haven't been to in a while. After the great exodus, I suspect some of them have left me a nasty review. I look forward to reading those. Your asshole today is Kashante Short, that piece of shit lady, big mouth, that the judge could not get a word edgewise in. She's lucky that she had such a weak judge, She needed to be in the presence of one of those tough as nails lady judges who just, oh my God. Oh, that would have been just a clash of titans. All right. Let's see if there's any reviews here I need to see. Ripping me a new one. I don't think so. God, this is terrible. The last review was February 17th, 2022. Says, hilarious, 5 stars. Eric Z is at a master level. Well, thanks. I don't promote this that much, though, to leave me a review on Apple Podcasts. Actually, I do have one. Wednesday, Jeremiah left me 5 stars with the comment, you told me to give you 5 stars. Well, I hope you all have a great day. If you're on Patreon, I will talk to you then. If you're not on Patreon, quit being a cheap fuck and sign up for Patreon. The point is, I do the free one so that you will think, boy, he really gives us a lot of free shit. I should reciprocate with a $5 or $10 donation each month to his Patreon, in which he will give me even more content to listen to. So, get on it. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. Kyle says, should we leave reviews like WATP? 5 stars, then shit all over you in the comments. I don't care what you do, as long as it's funny and I can bring it to the show. Mud on the Tires 123 says, can you give more than 10 or 5? Absolutely. You can give whatever you want. Brandis, the tree hugger, says, I pay for the Patreon and I literally never listen to it. Wow, that is exceptional. And wow, you get the gold star. That is really, really great. You are awesome. But you're awesome. And then it says, thanks all. I just really hope it's nothing at all. See you tomorrow. I guess I'm in the dark. What's up with Brandis? Do you have cough due to cold? Oh, it's the vet thing. That's right. I remember now. Okay. Yeah, that's not easy, and I hope that goes okay. Okay, and then look into that care credit. Linda says to Brandis, You need to join the Ben and Eric podcast on Thursdays. Hope your dog is okay. And that is tomorrow. So, Brandis, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you an invite on the Zoom. Okay? Thanks, folks. Have a great day. And I'll talk to you on the Patreon. All right. Till next time. Bye-bye.
When you need milk for Zoe and a cold brew for yourself, Kroger Delivery will get you just what you need in as little as 30 minutes. Open the Kroger app and start your cart, whatever the cart. Whenever, wherever. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Delivery times not guaranteed. Restrictions may apply. See site for details.
When you're a Boost member, you get free delivery, double fuel points, and lots more. Sign up at Kroger.com/boost.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders. We make our subs differently because our subs make a difference. Like our Italian sub, piled high with Genoa salami, pepperoni, and Virginia honey ham. Or our Firehouse meatball sub with zesty marinara, both with melted provolone and Italian seasoning. Your choice, just $6.99 each for a medium, and only for a limited time at Firehouse Subs. Tap the banner now to start your order.